The man, yes, he's attracted to a hypersexual woman, but he will not wife her. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa rasulillah, sallallahu. So people are asking certain clarifications on certain questions or posts. And one of the things that women ask when they're saying, okay, I'm going to look for a marriage, they say, what do men really want? What do guys really want? I'm going to do an actual masterclass, inshallah, probably within a month. So please stay tuned. It's going to be only for women. And that is, what do men really want from women? What is it that really we want? And actually, you'll be very surprised. It's quite simple. It's not very complicated. Okay, men are not as complicated as women. Women themselves, we're honest enough, will admit that they are extremely complicated to the point they don't even know themselves sometimes quite well. For men, they're a bit linear, much easier to figure. Women are 3D, you know, or maybe multi-dimensional, not even 3. Men are pretty linear. And in being so, there's a few things that a man wants from a woman. Now, of course, today's men, there's a lot of problems. We're having huge issues. But let's say theoretically a real man, what does he want? What does he look for in a woman? So number one, you think you'll be beauty. You think you'll be beauty. And keep in mind here, I'm telling you what fits in the people's mind. Now, we know the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ and what he advised people to do. Do people actually follow that advice? I would say that no. Remember, Islam tells you what you should do. Does that mean that people actually do it? No. So when Prophet ﷺ said marry a woman for 4, or the deen first, do people actually do that? No. Right? We have to establish that. However, what I'm trying to tell you and teach you is that based on my experience with many men for almost 2 decades, as a counselor, as so many different projects, what do men want? Number one, not beauty. Okay? They want respect. Men want respect. And this is what women have a hard time with. And they'll say, well, how can I give respect? He doesn't deserve respect. He does this and that. In many cases, yes, maybe men are not really earning respect. But still, if a woman really wants to be able to get the best out of her man, if she can respect him, I'm not talking about like, you know, a rubbish man, the worst man. No, I'm not talking about like some of the weak men. I'm talking about good men. He's going to have mistakes. He's going to have some contradictions. He's going to have some problems, no doubt. But if a woman can manage to respect him, or at least pay attention, not to disrespect him, she really won a big victory. And she will keep her husband. She will, like her husband will be very kind and loving to her. Okay, number two, men, they want haya. And please pay attention. A lot of women think, they say, oh, guys don't know what they want. They're confused. Do you want a sexual woman who's hot and this and hypersexualized and she wants to have sex all the time, right? Or do you guys want like, I don't know, like a sister who's so pious and doesn't want to, you know, really do things? She's super pious. Guys they don't know what they want. I'll tell you where that confusion comes from. It's because in general, and this is, you know, in their fitra, but men, of course, they're going to be attracted to a girl who's very sexual. And that's what you see. A lot of times when you want to understand a little bit of the fitra of the man, you will look also at the kuffar. Because the kuffar still have fitra, the human fitra. What's missing in the kuffar is the sharia that fine-tunes and controls the fitra. So sometimes when you want to understand, right, what doesn't mean for a man to be without the Sharia. You look at the kuffar man. Okay? So the man, yes, he's attracted to a hypersexual woman, but he will not wife her. He will not wife her. And the man who usually wife very hypersexual woman, if she doesn't have the deen really locked on, do you understand? Self-imposed deen to really suppress herself and oppress herself through some strict rules, uh, she's gone. So men are not going to wife a woman who's super hypersexual. Is always thinking about sex. She keeps saying, you know, I'm turned on. I want this. I want. Because in his mind, he's gonna think, whoa, wait a second. Do I really trust this woman if she's so turned on all the time? And reality is, yeah, when someone is really, really turned on, that's actually when people slip out of the grace of God. Out of the grace of God, they slip and they cause zina, commit zina, and men and women. Women cheat, women commit zina, women watch porn, women masturbate, women go to sex stores. Don't think the only men. But it's when a person loses that, right? That's when. So men are worried. They think, man, I have this woman who's always thinking about sex all the time. That means when she's outside, she sees, come on, guys are not stupid. They know that there's more handsome guys than them. They know that there's attractive guys out there that women are going to look at. They know that. So when your wife, especially when she's on her, when she's ovulating, the woman is in heat. So the guy, when he thinks, if she doesn't fear Allah, she's struggling with her faith. She's struggling with her iman. The guy's he's gonna be, right, very, very doubtful, and it's not gonna be a good marriage. So guys don't wife women like that. Usually, a woman needs to be smart of how much she releases and really talks about her desire. And if she does talk about her desire, this is the key point here, sisters, should always make it about him. If you make it only about him, that's good. You can actually express your desire for him, right? You strike that masculine ego that he has. Strike it good. And you'll see what you'll get out of him. As soon as you're just talking in general, that you're just hot in general and that you're struggling with your desires and all that, you're losing him. Because in the back of his mind, Shaitan is going to, this guy thought this woman's not so good. She's probably thinking about all kinds. And in the reality, that's how it is. You men think that women don't have fantasy and don't think and they don't desire other men. You're silly, bro. You are totally off. Okay? So men look for haya when they wife a woman. A woman, haya is an art. Even if you have strong desires, be careful how you express it and who you direct it towards. Direct it towards him. Let it be all about him, and you'll see what you get out of him. Number 3, and maybe not in sequence, I'm talking about, of course, but it's tied up to this, is that, as I said, that self-imposed deen. If the man knows that she is into the deen, she's not, struggling with her hijab, she's not struggling with her salah, she's not struggling with her, with reading Quran, she's really into the deen, she puts Allah first, he will feel comfortable. That's important. It's the most important. You understand? So that is something that keep in mind. Deen. Point number 4, femininity. Don't be a man. Even if you like doing manly things, don't be like a man. Don't try to compete with the man. Don't try to act like a man. Don't try to talk like a man. Walk like a man. Okay? Very important. Don't be like that. Yeah? Next point. Bismillah. Pay attention when a man cares so much about when he comes home, about how you look, how you treat him. Give him that attention. A man wants attention. That's my point. Not just when he comes home, but that's probably the most critical time when he comes home from work. That critical attention. that you give him. Pay attention to that. Give focus on that. Men want, they look for your validation as a woman, his wife. Men don't go around looking validation outside as women do from TikTok, Instagram. I mean, some of these weak men today, yes. But man wants you to think that he is the one. And he wants to feel, the next point, loved. He wants to feel that passion, that you need him, that you are in need of him. It turns men on. It turns men on when a woman is needy of him. She is vulnerable for him and of him. You understand? And last but not least, men need intimacy. Of course, women, they're always going to say this. Oh, you only want me for this? Come on, girl. Come on, sister. Like you don't like intimacy. Women probably like intimacy sometimes more than men. It's just that women don't express what's inside of them because it's a long story as to why not. You might be shocked what's inside of women when it comes to that stuff. But they're very good at holding it down. Men are more expressive. We kind of wear it on the sleeve, But intimacy is a man's way to show his love and his emotions. Of course, in the right way. So, don't reject a man. But of course, there has to be a connection. There's a lot more, but I'm just saying as a point. I believe if these things women understand and take care of, I believe that your man will always love you. And he will always, always give you attention and what you need. He will satisfy you on every level. If you don't, then, well, it's as much as we can do. Assalamu alaikum.